And I'm joining me today to talk sports. Whenever you see that we don't start with football, know it's an interesting day because today is not football day. So we'll be looking at other sports. Today's spotlight will be on athletics because the World Athletics Championship is going on in Budapest. Right now, joining me today is none other than my co-host, co-pilot, Umatuk Dixon. Umatuk Dixon, welcome to the show.
All right, good morning, viewers. And Mr. Austin, good morning. Good to be here. I don't know if you're going to see this kind of athlete again.
I mean, watching him, I'm just like, but you know what? There's hope. This one was for this. What we just watched was from the Olympics themselves, and they dropped a bonus clip at the end of it, and because a lot of people like me got used to Usain Bolt from the limelight when he just started blazing trails,
tearing somewhere.
They showed him in the 2004. So the highlight started with the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where he set 3 world records in all the events he ran in. He set 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 relay. But they showed 2004 in Athens. He finished like 7th out of 8. Yeah. And so that just gave me hope, and for me that should give anybody hope. Really, think. You might not be at your peak just yet. You might not be the top dog right now, the big kahuna, like the champion of the event at the moment. But, I mean, this Usain Bolt that he's setting, this is where he set a world record. I mean, but if you scoot to the end of this clip, you would see where he started. And he looked like a teen version of Usain Bolt.
But one thing we saw there was progress.
Progress consists. This is what I'm talking about. His first ever Olympic race. This was in 2004. A lot of people don't know this part of him. You see him there. That's him there.
That's him there.
I mean, he's even skinnier than when I was a UI.
but one of the things we should look at is, the progress. And this was the 200 meters. It wasn't that fantastic.
There he is.
Yes,
falling back.
It wasn't a fantastic. It didn't really. The 200 meters. Came much later to his game, but I want people to look at the progress. That was 9 points. In 2008, he broke the record 9.88. Right? He went as he was progressing. The time was going shorter. Yeah. And it's not that you now win one race and you think you have arrived. Yeah. That's always the problem. Just you win one and you take a break and think that all that. But this guy consistently, and I don't know if I'm looking at one athlete that will wow me, like Usain Bolt in the male category. So again, I always want to bring it home. That's my one.
Yeah,
I'll bring it home. I don't know what's happening. Our athletics. We always go to the grassroots. We always talk about the grassroots because every time we look at our glorious days, it's far behind.
Yeah.
It's far. We always talk about pinnacle of football. I don't always want to talk about Atlanta '96 again. It's like any child that was born in Atlanta '96,
USA '94.
Yes,
that's it.
Any child that was born there is married by now self. So I'm looking at can we fall back to something so recent? I don't know what has happened. It's as if because the way sports have been, it's not enticing because everybody now wants money. Everybody wants to earn a living through his talent or skill, right? Yeah. So you're looking at, okay, I have this talent and I can run, and there's no enable environment for you to showcase this talent. You're looking, okay, maybe there's money in music. You don't even have the talent in music. So you waste your athletic talent to pursue something that you think, okay, will fetch you probably money. You understand?
You know how when we talk about corruption and certain practices in the country, and how you said that there's no ministry. When I'm talking about ministry in the country, like sports ministry, agriculture, they said there's no ministry that can survive independently of the country. So whatever is prevalent in the country will be present in that ministry, because the people in that ministry are in the country.
Yes.
And they're the ones that make up the country. So it's understandable where this comes from, because I was even thinking about it recently. I was driving last week and I saw a billboard for a particular competition, quiz competition. I won't mention the brand name, but it's a popular beverage company. So they were doing this thing. Finally, it's taken them more than 10 years, if not 15 to 20 years, for them to finally have a cash prize that is up to 100 million. Finally. And the truth is, there are Nigerians who are serious-minded or have serious-minded intentions.
Yes.
But it almost always seems that it's the not so enticing to people like us things that they put those kind of ridiculous cash prizes
Yes.
to. There's one going on currently, and the cash prize is 120 million. Somebody would think, meanwhile,
How will I do quiz?
I should go and do mass competition that they will now give me. They'll give my school, not me. They'll give my school 500,000 naira.
Is it up to 1200,000?
Or one laptop is what they'll give my school for mass competition.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if I just go and waste my time for 90 days on air and just do nonsense, I shall come out. Even if I don't.
So you change your priority. You take, and this, you just got it right, because that's where I was going to. See someone talented, and you're thinking, where will I go from here? You look at the past athletes. You saw the Obikwelu.
Yeah.
Which athlete will listen to what Obikwelu went through and think, okay, I want to go through that part?
Well, for me, I'm thankful and hopeful at the same time, because we have a new administration, and in the world of sports in Nigeria, we have a new administration, we have a new sports minister, and he's different from. When I say different, it doesn't strike me as someone that has a strong sporting background. But then again,
because I was looking up, I was saying too many agriculture there, but
so one thing we did conclude yesterday was you don't need to be an ex-athlete or an ex-elite sports person to run a sports ministry.
Yes.
No, we need excellent administrators. We need excellent business-minded people at the same time, because you need to run this thing as a business. You need to make profit and make it profitable, make it enticing, make it something that as I'm here, I'm thinking, which sport did my daughter and my son now do that can bring national honor, give them something to be proud of.
Yeah.
For already representing your country is already something to be proud of, no matter what. No matter how bad it is, whether they are giving you your bonuses or not, it's already a national honor, it's an individual honor to represent your country in something. But let it not be that the story will be the same thing, where you're dragging match bonuses, you're dragging this, you're dragging that. No facilities. For me, I'm so particular about infrastructure. There's nothing on ground. Where are our stadiums? Where are our training facilities? Do you have somewhere where athletes train? Yes, where you can raise elite athletes. I'm not saying you can give me 100 push-ups there. I'm not talking of nonsense training. I'm talking of proper training where you have equipment for athletes.
Let me just put it this way. You look at the Jamaicans, every time there's a competition, I'm not saying I'm not hopeful, I don't have the faith, but I put my expectation a little bit.
There was one finals we watched in the highlights just now. 4 Jamaicans in the finals.
Let me tell you, just like Brazilians export their footballers, that's what the Jamaicans do. They pride themselves in being the best athletes, especially the sprinters, 4x100, 4x400, 400 meters, 200 meters, 100 meters. They want to be first. Yeah. And they have this rivalry with the U.S.
Yes,
and that strive, that push the U.S., push the Jamaicans. And we're not surprised that it's always the U.S. or the Jamaicans, because they have a structure. And they have a pool, the country put a pool of coaches and a pool of dietitians. And see, this is just not, before you get to where the national coaches are coaching you, you have come from somewhere. You have come from the under 17 meet, under 7 meets. You've progressed from the 17 meet in different regions, and you come to the central region to meet. Then you become the junior, you go for the junior championships. The junior championships, they now select, that's all in Jamaica. Yeah. Before you go to the Caribbean championships, where the likes of Jamaica, Haiti, and other people come. If you look
compete,
at Fraser, what's that name again? An ex-keeper, is a Jamaican athlete. And I was watching a documentary. How she, from school, she progressed and where she had to start, competing for national honors, and then that's where you now have access to the elite coaches, and it became the pride of Jamaica. So there's a process. So before you can get talent, like I said this in football, and you can have that why don't we do this thing regional to get talent? Why don't you push sports into regions? Then from the regions, we have champions from the Southwest region. We have champions from the Northwest region. Because, because of the, Nigeria is and it's so big. So you can say
somebody agrees with you on that one. Sorry to cut you. And let me just read this from Uche. Uche says, good morning, Prime Sports family. You'll continue on that note, Dixon. It says, it's a beautiful day. The challenge with our Athletics Federation is that we only concentrate our attention in Lagos and Abuja. Talent abounds in this country. Secondly, there is no care given to injured athletes. Once they get injured, they are abandoned and forgotten. It's really sad. Maybe in the course of this World Championship, we'll probably, because we'll be playing a couple of highlights in a bit, we'll probably get the Francis Obikwelu clip where he talked about the money had been disbursed. He was told the money had been disbursed, but he never got the money. When he got to Nigeria, ready for the treatment, voicemail, the money entered voicemail till today. He didn't find the money. And the rest is history. And because he just spotted.
We are quick to quack. Some people don't know the background story of many things, and we are quick to accuse these athletes of not being patriotic and all that. They've given their all. These people, sometimes, they train. You're supposed to have training ground. Francis Obikwelu, let me tell you, he doesn't run for Portugal again. But guess what?
He's training C. Ronaldo.
He's training C. Ronaldo.
That clip was so...
He's training C. Ronaldo. Look at, see the opportunities. He's training C. Ronaldo, and he's still getting his gratuity from the federation because he said it, and he was open to say that every time there's a championship, money is disbursed, and even the old athletes get from it that represented the country. So, I know people say you can't run for free. Even you have to take care of your body, and it's not just us that take the pounded yam and okra. They have food that you have to take.